Hi, fans. Thanks for clicking the dreaded Rose report. What's going on tonight on Raw? Well, we're going to find out. First, former WWE star Tajiri and member The Brian Kendricks returning for the Cruiserweight Classic. And for those wondering about Paul Heyman possibly appearing on this week's Raw to capitalize on Brock's win over on UFC 200 over Mark Hunt, Heyman was in Vegas for the fight, but a flight to the UK today yesterday, for his one-man show with Inside the Ropes, according to Robert Duff. He's going to be elsewhere. So unless he takes a quick flight back and forth, you can only go so fast. And it looks like Nikki Bella is getting closer to a ring return. She tweeted the following, updated, I think it was a couple of nights ago, noting that her final CAT scan is coming up. And WWE reacted to Lesnar's win with a blurb on their website. Said Brock Lesnar made a successful return to MMA at UFC 200, defeating Mark Hunt by unanimous decision despite the extended absence from the sport. Lesnar showed no sign of ring rust as he pursued the veteran Hunt with multiple takedowns and dominating strength and destructive punches. By the way, UFC President Dana White spoke on UFC 200 post-show on Fox, I think it was a couple of nights ago too. Said that Lesnar's future in UFC depends on Vince McMahon, as Lesnar is still under contract to WWE. And I don't know if you've seen it or not. I hope Lesnar don't watch this thing, for Pete's sake, but I didn't think he looked too good myself. I mean, he came on, Mark Hunt just didn't look good at all. He had fat on him, and he was 5'10", and to make Lesnar's weight and weight class, maybe he had to put on some weight. But boy, he just didn't look good. Looked slow. And in the third round, both of them looked wore out, bad as I do. Anyway, the cast of Total Diva is going to be filming in Las Vegas this week, and there was a picture of Lana, Naomi, and Renee Young visiting Spring Mountain Racing earlier in the week for some paddleboarding and jetpack action, and cameras were rolling, so we'll see it on TV. And Alberto Del Rio is currently on a WWE promotional tour over in India and has been making all sorts of public appearances, and girlfriend Paige posted the following on Del Rio today, Sunday, I think. I don't know if I can get through this without crying or not, but I'm going to try it. She says, I'm so proud of everything he's doing over in India. Over 24 hours on a flight, and it's been nonstop ever since, literally going on hardly any sleep at all, and he doesn't stop smiling. He doesn't stop working hard. It's inspiring to see, and inspires me to do better. He pulls my heartstrings like no other person could. I love you, Pappy, and can't wait to see you home. San Antonio isn't the same without you. I'm not the same without you, dear India. Can I have him back now? Bring him back to me, please. And I miss him so much. I got through it. So anyway, with all that, it's kind of nice that we know that Del Rio's also happy. He's married and he's got kids, and he's cheating on them with a gothic, dark, wrestling type woman and he's hundreds of miles away from his both families. It's so touching. It's going to be a reality series in the work. It has to be. All right. Former Adam Rose, remember that guy? Brought back his rosebuds for a UWA Elite Indie show this past weekend. Don't know if he's going to get in any trouble for it, but Sasha Banks made it to Detroit for tonight's Raw thanks to some good Samaritans that stopped as she had a flat tire. And I would have too if I've seen her there. Maybe she can't change the tire, but I sure would have, as long as she held the flashlight over my shoulder and kept getting closer and closer. Anyway, tonight's Raw is taking place from the Joe Louis Arena, Detroit, with the final hype for Battleground pay-per-view coming up. Anyway, matches for tonight's show is including a battle royal to determine the new number one contender for the WWE Intercontinental title, and Sasha Banks is going to be taking on Dana Brooks in a possible match between Zack Ryder and U.S. champion Rusev. We also know that Vince McMahon is going to be appearing tonight on Raw. Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon are being advertised, and where's Linda? So anyway, focus points for tonight's show. Vince is back with the brand extension implications, and WWE Tag Teams champions New Day is going to be visiting the Wyatt's compound, which could be fun, except for one. Zack Ryder stops Rusev's momentum. Can he do it? And what's next for Enzo and Big Cass and John Cena? And the plot twist awaits for The Miz. Dean Ambrose's last stand as champion may be tonight. Who knows? All right, WWE's got a post that's up. It's the Cruiserweight Classic vignette for Zack Sabre Jr. As I got it on Diamond Dan's Facebook page if you want to see it. They're billing him as an early favorite. Technical wrestler. WWE's got a new poll up asking fans the pairing. Which pairing would be the most dominating? I don't like the way they paired any of them. But anyway, Cena and Ambrose, Lesnar and Wyatt, Styles and Rollins, Undertaker and Reigns. And so far, about 34% voted for Cena and the current WWE champion. 23 with Styles and Rollins, 22 with Reigns and Taker, 21 for Wyatt and Lesnar. Anyway, John Cena granted another wish before Monday's Raw in Columbus, getting closer to the 600th wish. Jonathan Coachman reached out to WWE officials to get the reaction to Brock Lesnar defeating Mark Hunt, co-main event at UFC 200 Saturday night. Triple H comeback. He says the comeback all this time and put that kind of performance speaks to the once-in-a-lifetime type athlete that Brock is. Vince said Brock is the most formidable combat athlete in the history of the country. Now, my opinion, just my little humble opinion, I watched it. I really thought the ladies' match, the main event, was the best one. But anyway, I mean, there was a lot of action in that, a lot of murder, mayhem, and blood and stuff. There wasn't much of anything in Brock's match. It just Mark Hunt, I don't know, he just wasn't trimmed down enough, and it was slow. Getting to the third round, man, they were out of gas. But hey, he got about $2.5 million for it. That's good. Oh, and by the way, this is breaking news today. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not. I had it on the phone line. No, I didn't have it on the phone line. I had it on the Facebook page of Diamond Dance. But UFC has been purchased, by the way, I think it's $4.4 billion with a B, $billion. Whew. Nope, Vince didn't do it. Somebody else did. I think it's a kind of a conglomerate type thing. A lot of businesses in there, but anyway, go over and check it over there. And they, as far as it's been sold. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.